you don't know what I do, I talk all things premium courses, whether they're online or face-to-face, how to take your knowledge, wisdom, life experiences, turn them into the format of premium courses, luxury coaching, mentorship, brands, and programs. So today I want to talk about the thing that's actually going to help you make course sales, okay? And it's not all the things that you think. It's not the websites, the fancy funnels, the complicated tech, the huge email list. All of these things I thought I needed to have initially. And when it all came down to it, I looked back on how I made my first sale, and it did not include, or it wasn't necessary for me to have any of those things. Like my very first client, I had two students, two peeps in seats when I first got started and taught my first class. And then that very next class was full and I had a wait list. Okay. So I didn't actually need the website in order to book my first two clients. I didn't need ClickFunnels, all the fancy funnels and things, although I love ClickFunnels, okay? But I didn't need all the fancy funnels. I didn't need a huge email list. I didn't need any of that. And so maybe you are in a position where you have a website built or you're building one out, you're trying to rebrand it, you're building your email list, you're going through the motions and trying to gather all of the things that you think you need and that we've traditionally been taught that we need, right? When you're looking online, you're watching different videos, or you are following different influencers and they're telling you to have this thing and that thing. And a lot of times it's either a thing that they built that they're trying to sell you on, or something, that they are making affiliate sales on, right? Like a lot of times if somebody's pushing you to buy certain products and services, instead of helping you to focus on what you actually need and only what you need in order to make sales, then there's a problem. And so you will find out very quickly if you've built all those things. And I'm just going to say this in love, but I'm going to be straightforward about it. If you built all those things and you've been marketing and you've been promoting, but you're still not making sales, then it is quite obvious, right, that you don't necessarily need those things. Those aren't the things that are going to push your sales forward. And so let me give you 5 things. And by the time we finish this episode, you're going to be like, oh, I already have those things. Okay. This is all you need in order to move forward. So the first things first, in order to start making sales, you're going to need a clear promise. I call this the awesome outcome. You need to be very clear about what people are going to get once they complete your program. As they flow through your program, pro tip, they should be getting results all along the way, every single step, every single stage. By the end of your program, though, they need to understand, what is it that I'm going to get? And you also need a clear time frame for that. Now, here's my pro tip. Don't make it years, okay? Like, nobody wants to sit in a program or a class and have you be like, well, it's going to take you X amount of years to get this done. Instead of focusing on taking people from where they currently are all the way to where you currently are, focus on what their next step is, okay? Pro tip. That's how you're going to shorten the time frame and clarify your awesome outcome. All right. I appreciate it. Thomas, what's going on? I am not, but I appreciate that. I'll take the compliment. I do have friends who are, though. But I am not in real estate. I talk all things premium courses, how to package your knowledge and wisdom into something that you can teach other people. And so that's my favorite thing to do. So education. All right. I appreciate you. So it's probably this, like, I don't know, this little suede button up thing I got going on today, to be honest. All right. So that's number 1. You need a clear promise. People need to know how you are going to help them. What's the specific outcome and how long is it going to take? Don't talk in years. Think, again, from where they are to what their next step is. Talking days. All right. Talking days, talking weeks. Days work better. They've worked better in everything that we tested. I'm going to give you the secret sauce and the pro tip. They work better. Okay. So instead of 3 months, 90 days. All right. Number 2, have proof that it works, that your process works. Here's how you're going to do that. Your story. You already have your story. Chances are you've given somebody advice based on the thing that you want to teach. All right. They've had some success. You've definitely had success. You've figured it out. That's why you want to teach other people how to do it. That's all you need. Your story and some testimonials and or case studies. You only need one. And it doesn't have to be from a paid client. That's the pro tip. I want to say the secret sauce, but it's not really a secret. It doesn't have to be from a paid client. Most people just never go back and ask people about the advice that they've given them. Hey, how'd that work out? Did that thing work? Like, that's your success story. That's your case study. That's your testimonial. You only need one of those plus your story. Combine it. That's it. You got the proof that it works. All right. Number 3, a simple path to results. Please do not convolute the path for people. People will buy when they see clarity in what their next steps are, when they see clarity in the path. The path is already convoluted for them, right? Without your expertise, without your story, without you helping them to move forward, they already see all the roadblocks, the challenges, all the things that could come up, that could happen, right? You don't need to talk about all of that because these are things that you are helping them avoid in the first place. All right. So that's it. All right. So simple path to results. I appreciate it, Thomas. I see you. So show them the roadmap and people buy. That's the key point here. People buy when they see the path. So just give people what is the path from getting from where they are to where they want to be. Again, A to B, not A to Z. All right. And then number 4 is people need a way to buy. This is one of the most obvious elements that you need in order to sell a course, but it's one of the things that people missed all the time when I talk to people, like, and they think it's, a website. They think it's a landing page, a sales page. No, you just need a checkout link. How are people going to purchase? How do people put their credit card information in? Okay, how do people buy? That's it. Most people are like, well, I need a sales page. I need a landing page. No, you don't. You just need a checkout link. All right, that's it. Sounds super simple, but I promise most people miss that step. And then number 5, this one is also simple, but most people, I think, don't want to do it. I'm going to be honest with you. Most people don't want to do it consistently. It's you showing up. So your content is going to build trust. The visibility is what creates sales. I'm going to say that again. The content that you're creating for social media builds the trust, which means like you have to replicate it. Okay. You have to like put the work in to do that. But the visibility that you get from creating that content is the thing that is going to create the sales. Again, these sound so simple because they are. And I promised you that with these 5 things, you already have them. You can start making sales. All that stuff you think you need, the email list, the funnel, the huge following on social media. I didn't use any of that to create my first sales for my courses. And I did $12,542 in my first 14 days, less than 14 days. It was like 12 days, I think it was. And so that's the whole point. Like, when I let go of thinking that things needed to be perfect, when I let go of thinking I needed to figure out ClickFunnels that day, like high performers, we think we got to figure it all out that day in that moment, okay? Or nothing's going to happen. When I let that go and I was like, well, I don't have a huge email list. I have people on my email list. I don't even know what to send them. I don't know what to do with them, right? Like, sure. There are people that I know. There are people, family, friends who want to support me, right? Like, I don't even know if they're my dream clients or customers. And so I just started letting things go. And I was like, well, maybe I don't need a funnel. Maybe I just need a way for people to buy again, okay? Maybe I just need to tell people what it is that I'm helping them with, a clear path, okay? All of these things became very evident to me when I implemented things. I had the website, I had the business cards, I had all this stuff, and I was like, well, but I don't have clients. Like, that makes no sense. So what do I actually need to book clients? And I was doing things because my livelihood depended on it. I had jumped from my 9 to 5. I didn't have a backup plan. And I was like, I have to make this work. Like, something has to happen. And so how can I do this as quickly as possible? I exhausted all my savings running ads for no reason. Again, something I thought I needed because I saw everybody else doing it. And so I was like, I must need this thing to sell my courses because I see everybody else running ads. You don't need that. When I let that stuff go, I promise, that's when my sales came in. And I let that stuff go for long enough that I was able to book my first 2 peeps and seats for my very first class. It was actually a 4-hour workshop. It wasn't even broken down into modules. Again, told you it wasn't perfect. And then the next class was full. My next class was full and I had a wait list because I had let go. I saw that it worked with the 2 people. I was like, I got 2 people enrolled. Cool. And then the next class, I was like, all right, I'm just going to continue this process. And this is how you scale. You find what works and you continue to build on that. So here's what you need for your course to actually sell. These are the only things you need. 5 things. A clear promise. Okay. What is the specific outcome that people are going to get as a result of taking your course? How long is it going to take them? Number 2, proof that it works. You've got your story and I guarantee you have somebody you have given advice to, based on what you're going to be teaching. Okay, so talk to that person. You just need one to start. And then number 3, you need a simple path to the results. Like, what is the clear pathway? They don't need to, again, know this might come up, this might happen, prepare for this. Like, just not necessary. What's the clear path? How do I get from here where I am to where I need to be in the shortest time as possible and in the easiest way possible? Number 4, they need a way to buy. Common mistake, most people miss this thing, checkout link. Forget the sales page, forget the landing page, forget that spot on your website that needs to be perfect. No, just put the checkout link, okay? They just need a way to check out. And a lot of my sales have been made in the DMs, they've been made in my stories, and it's just a link where people go to buy. That's literally it, okay? And then number 5, how are you showing up? Are you creating content that builds trust and then creating that visibility around your content to create sales? That's it. So what does that mean? You just need to be posting. You need to put yourself out there. Again, most people don't want to do this part, but it's the easiest thing to do. You have all these free platforms. You have your story. You have your expertise. You know what you want to do. Why not use the platforms that we have available to us? Like, instead of consuming all day long and putting money in other people's pockets, because I know every time I'm on TikTok, I'm like, well, what can I buy from the shop today? Right? Like, instead of doing that and just scrolling, what can you be selling? And it's not about, I want to put this here too. I am not knocking anybody's hustle. I just prefer premium. I prefer premium courses. I prefer to sell premium products and services. They help people get better results and you make more money in the process. Okay. Like, you're not giving half or 60% of your profit to some other platform. You get to keep your profit. So learn how to package what it is that you know. It is so simple, more simple than you think is possible, okay? Or that you're thinking right now. You need less things than you think you need right now, okay? So if you need any help with any of the 5 elements that I covered today, book a strategy session. jumpfirstacademy.org/apply. I'm also teaching live today. Today is Thursday. If you catch this today, join the live training, jumpfirstacademy.org/VIP. I'm going deeper into each of these 5 things that you need in order to sell. I help you niche down your topic, your message, and find your audience, okay? Join the live workshop, jumpfirstacademy.org/VIP. That's all I got for today. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Hello, Eric. It's good to see you on as well. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all back here next week, okay? If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when new episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. I'm typically live Monday through Thursday, dropping some quick gems. I got everything falling off my desk today, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But Monday through Thursday, dropping quick gems that will help you get your expertise out there, your experience out there. And it's from a real person. I've been doing this since 2018, okay? And it's been fun to grow this business, and I'm excited about what's next. So come along for the journey. I love y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all back here next time. Bye, y'all.